Okay, howdy.
Howdy.
That was pretty weak. Questions about anything Dr. Keller just covered? Questions about 0 credit hour?
Do you know where and how do you make sure that it's a 1 hour class?
It is somewhere in your, when you go into your schedule of classes or whatever, it'll show up. There's a column that'll say it. If you don't know how to do it, ask a buddy, ask an upperclassman, whatever. Anybody who's had SOMS before has had to do this. You might even be able to Google it. I don't know. But you guys all use the WhatsApp and all that stuff, right, in your outfits and stuff. So by all means, ask if you can't figure it out. If you really can't figure it out, or if you physically can't do it on your computer for whatever reason, your advisor can do it.
Okay.
But it's going to be much quicker for you, okay, because they're slammed right now. And I was thinking ad drop was Friday, so you've got till Monday to do it. Okay? Good on that? And again, totally up to you guys. You will still get an A through an F. Even if you do SAT, unsat for this class, we give you an A through F. Okay? You got to get a C to get a SAT. Okay? For satisfactory. If you get a D or an F, the Corps is going to kick you out. All right? And exactly what Dr. Keller said, unfortunately, I've had students do that before. Usually upperclassmen who screw up or just mail it in or whatever. They don't do well. And then they're like, I'll do anything except for the really easy assignments I gave. Okay? It's not hard. Okay. Let's see. And then, okay. So the only other thing, who is counting on boring attendance day or syllabus day? Liars, all of you, where you just want to go over the syllabus and leave, right? Okay. At least some of you are telling the truth. All right? We're not going to do that because ad drop is Monday and everything changes, and we'll settle all that next week. The only thing we really need to cover is 0 credit hour, which is covered, and attendance. Attendance is required. You have to be here. You have to be here. You have to be here. Okay? You get 1 unexcused absence during the semester. 1. Okay? That's your only get out of jail free card. If you have 2, that's 5% off your grade. 3 is 10% off your grade. And this is all in the syllabus. Okay? If you miss 4 classes, you get an automatic F. You miss like 30% in classes. Okay? We only meet 14, 15 times for less than an hour. That gives me less than 15 hours to change your life, which I will do. Tammy believes me. Or he's just nodding. Have you asked your upperclassmen about me? What'd they say?
See, Hannah Lindbergh said that you're fantastic.
Yeah.
And you remember people.
Yeah, I am. I'm also very humble. Good. These are the jokes. You guys laugh better than the upperclassmen. Okay. Good. Okay. Excellent. Did she say anything else?
Not yet.
Anybody else? I have her again this semester.
Oh, my upperclassman said he doesn't know yet.
Well, that's wonderful. Good. Helpful. Didn't have me then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Did you ask?
No, I didn't.
Okay, cool. All right. By all means, ask your upperclassmen about me. Fine with me. I can care less. Okay? They say something nice? Great. They say I'm mean? Okay, maybe I was. If they say I'm mean, it's probably because they did shitty in the class. Okay? By the way, I don't hold back. I treat you guys like adults. I've never heard Dr. Keller say a bad word. All right? But I will. Usually because it wakes you up. Like, did he just swear? I don't hold back. If that bothers you, and by all means, I'm 100% serious. If you don't like that, for whatever reason, please tell me. I'll turn it off. Okay? I can change. All right? But I really don't hold back in class. Treat you guys like adults. Okay? Any questions about attendance or the 0 credit hour? Okay, cool. Let's move on. Do you know who you are?
Now that you say it, no.
No? Not really? Do you know who you are?
I think I know who I am.
You think you know who you are?
It could be like a Dunning-Kruger effect.
Oh, good. What is Dunning-Kruger?
Where if early on you think you know something, but as you learn more about a subject, you know less. But then you start getting it.
Holy crap. I teach Dunning-Kruger, and you can jump right to junior class. Okay. You can go to SOMS 380 and 381. You're good to go. Okay. Nobody's ever quoted that before. Good for you. 1 million extra credit points. Okay. Yeah, a lot of you guys kind of think you know who you are, right? Think you got it figured out? Know what you want to be. Want to be a veterinarian, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Landscape, all right? Think you got it figured out. But what else? Is that all you are? What else?
Hobbies.
Yeah. Such as?
Woodworking.
Woodworking? Okay, cool. Me too. What else?
Hiking.
Hiking? Okay, like to hike. Cool. What else?
Lifting.
Huh?
Lifting.
Lifting, cool, me too, as you can tell. Damn right, that's funny. Okay. What do you squat?
Like 405.
Jesus, that's a lot. Okay. Deadlift?
That's like 580.
Woo! That's up there, man. I'm old. I get it 315, 320 right now on deadlift. Okay. Good for you. That's good stuff. Okay, what else?
Tech.
Huh?
Tech.
Tech? You like tech?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you like to do with tech?
I like building computers, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. What else?
Religion.
Huh?
Religion. Beliefs.
Religion?
Beliefs, yeah.
Belief. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Good for you. Excellent. That comes up often in the core. Okay. What else? Hunting, fishing. Good. Me too. Get to go in a couple weeks. Can't wait. Okay. All right. Good. None of you mentioned anything having to do with core and leadership, which is fine. Welcome to SOMS. I'm glad you're here. We got some stuff to work on, right? Okay. So you guys are still kind of figuring out who you are. Now, how long were you live before you joined the Corps?
18 years?
Yeah, much longer than you've been here, right? And what do non-regs think about you?
That we're on the core people.
You're all weird, right? Those weird people in khaki fall asleep in class, okay? Right? Short hair, okay? You can spot them a mile away, all right? Awkward. It's all true. All of those things are true, okay? All right? Are you judgmental non-regs? Hell yeah, you are. Okay? We'll get into more of that later. Okay. All right, so you're working on all these things of who you are. Where are you going? What do you want to do?
Graduate, hopefully.
Graduate, okay? Is that the only reason you're here? What else?
See, well, we all joined the Corps for some reason.
Not we, you. Tell me about you.
Let's see. I wanted to forge a new life for myself out west.
Out west? Okay, where?
I'm originally from Alabama.
Okay, that's opposite of west, but keep going.
Well, I mean, moving out west.
Right? So you're just going to keep going?
It's a metaphor.
Okay.
Let's see. Just get away from my previous life and see how I can do out here.
Okay, good for you. All right, good. Want to come to a slightly less better football team? Getting close though, right? Working on it? Don't know who our quarterback's going to be next year. Okay. What are you going to do when you get there? What are you going to do when you graduate? Then what? Most of you guys spent 18 years, we're probably like 12, trying to get here. Getting into A&M was the biggest accomplishment in your life, right? Guess what? It's going to be over like that. It is coming, believe it or not. I know you're only a sophomore. Ask my seniors how fast the last 3.5 years go. Blink of an eye. Days go slow, years go fast. Okay? You'll be wearing boots before you know it with your ring. Okay? Just make sure you finish. Yell leaders, historically, a lot of them, once they get their ring, they're done with school. It's really weird. Okay? So keep an eye on it. All right? We're going to work on who you guys are. Okay? Engineers? Engineer? Who else is an engineer? Engineer? Working on it? Okay? Wants to be a veterinarian? What's your major? Business. What do you want to do? Okay, cool. All right. It is honestly easier to make you a vet or an engineer or an accountant, all right, or an architect, all right, than it is to make you a good leader. Leadership is often called a soft skill, right? It is way harder. Why?
Because leadership is dynamic.
That's part of it. Yeah, absolutely. What else?
Abstracting concepts.
Kind of, yeah. Partially. Yeah, I'll take that.
You have to be adaptable.
Adaptable? Yeah. These are all good, kind of more textbook answers. You know why it's so hard? Because people suck. People are shitty. They're complicated. They're hard. They're strange. They're all different. You're all Aggies, right? You're all wearing khaki. None of you think the same. You usually think you do. You usually think everybody in the Corps thinks the same. You guys don't even like other outfits. You don't even like people in your outfit. Right? Okay? People suck and people are hard. If you don't believe me, date somebody. That is less about them and more about you. Because they'll be like, why do you do that? Done it my whole life. Okay? All right? So we're going to work on that. By the way, our tech is down, so we're making do. Ugh, just went to sleep. I had a few clips to show, but we can get by without them. All right. Information. Facts provided about something or someone. You guys, you ever get in an argument with a friend? Right? And what do? If you're trying to debate something and you're not sure, okay, where Kellen Mond went to high school, what do?
Look it up.
Google it. You guys don't even get in fights anymore. Okay? When we were kids and we couldn't figure it out, you just get in a fight, right? Or just be mad at somebody. Now, you guys can solve it like that. Okay? You have all the information in the world at your fingertips. Almost any time. Okay? That's only information. Here's the hard part, ladies and gents. You don't have knowledge. That's different. Okay? Knowledge is information and skills acquired through experience or education, the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. When I was your age, I knew everything. I had it all figured out, and we barely even had Google. Okay? But I had it all figured out, right? Until you take tests, right? And you're like, shit, I don't know any of this. Okay? Unless you study, 4.0 guy. Okay? But the difference here, here's how I best can explain that. It's bricks and building a house. The bricks are information. You have all the bricks. You got a pile of bricks. You don't know how to make the mortar. You don't know how to design it. You don't know how to stack them. You don't know how to make sure they're not going to fall down. You don't know how to reinforce them. Okay, that's all knowledge. That's putting it all together and learning how to take that information, all right, that are the bricks, and build a house. That is knowledge. Okay? That is the difference that we're dealing with. Okay? I hate to break that to you. I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger. Okay, if you don't believe me, who knows how to drive to Amarillo? Where are you from?
Brownsville, Texas.
Brownsville, okay. So you halfway there, go to the middle of Texas and turn north, right?
No.
Oh, that's Brown.
Brownsville is southern Brownsville.
Brownsville. What's the one in the middle of the state? Something Brown. Anyway.
Midland?
No, that's way west. Anyway, I can't remember. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the southernmost tip of Texas.
Oh, that's right, down the valley.
Yeah.
I think it's Brownwood. There's one right in the middle of Texas, and there's a 4-H center there. That's why I know that. And people thought everybody would go there because it's the middle of Texas, but because it's in the middle of Texas, nobody goes there because there's nothing in the middle of Texas. Okay. All right. So you can drive your way to Amarillo.
With the assistance of a map,
Yeah. Okay. But what if you don't have the map?
then I'm screwed.
Right. Okay. 100%. You pull out your phone, put in Amarillo, good to go, right? Okay. What if you don't have it? What if the GPS is down? Okay. That's what we're trying to figure out. We're literally trying to get to a place we don't know how to go exactly, right? Especially without help. What is your definition of leadership?
The art of influencing someone to accomplish a mission.
The art of influencing someone to accomplish a mission. Okay. That's yours? Okay.
Taking responsibility for
Taking responsibility for a group of people. Okay. I got 2. Aren't you guys leaders in the Corps right now?
I think he said it pretty well.
You like his answer? Okay. Just gonna copy off a guy next to you. Solid.
Just pushing a group of people to be better.
Say it again.
Pushing a group of people to be better.
Pushing a group of people to be better. Okay, cool. All right, what else?
Leading people so they can be successful in whatever you're trying to accomplish.
Leading people to be successful in whatever they're trying to accomplish. Okay? All right, anything else? These are kind of textbook answers, and that's okay. You guys, through SOMS, should develop your own definition of leadership, of what it is. Okay? We're going to give you the opportunity to do that. All right? There's a lot to unpack and get into what you guys said. We're not going to do it today. Okay? So I'll blow your minds and you won't be able to take it. What are you going to do in the workforce? Touched on it. Vet. Real estate. What else? What are you guys going to do? What are you going to do for jobs?
Plan-
Design and build a car? Okay, cool. What else?
Interacting with people.
Gonna interact with people. Yeah, you are. Absolutely. As much as you think you're not. Okay, what else?
Working with your coworkers to do a certain task.
You guys are just copying each other. Okay. Yeah, what else? What are you going to do in the workforce? Huh? Okay, what jobs? What jobs are you guys going to do?
I'll be a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist? Okay, cool. You'll enjoy this class.
Design shopping centers.
Design shopping centers?
Forecasting.
Forecasting? Yeah, good luck with that. You guys don't know crap. Actually, about 24, 48 hours, you're good. After that, this is a wild guess. Okay. What skills do you guys have? Can you build a car right now? No? Okay. But you probably work on it, huh? Okay, so you're getting there. All right? Can you make me a forecast?
In one day.
Yeah, okay.
Further than that, no.
Okay, so I can just look at my phone and your job is obsolete. Oh, look, tomorrow, 70 and cloudy. Okay. Right?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Good answer. Okay. What skills do you guys have? What's going to separate you guys? What is going to separate you guys in the workforce?
Being able to work with people.
Good. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Texas A&M Vet School. They take 250 students a year. When they get to the final 500 applicants, which they've had way more than that, they interview them all. You know why? Why would you do that?
Get a feel for a person.
That's right. Why?
Make sure that they're successful.
Partially, yes. They're all successful. The final 500 candidates all have tremendous credentials. Why are they interviewing them?
Make sure that they look match what they put on their application.
Partially,
So that they become a good representation of hopefully what they basically commissions to be.
partially. How
See
many
if they have to
people,
drive.
huh?
To see if they have to drive to do it.
Probably do. How many people who applied to vet school were gonna go to medicine and chose veterinarian because they didn't want to deal with people? It's usually a fair number. If they just take the top GPAs, top credentials, all that good stuff, and plug them in, they're gonna maybe make some great veterinarians. But as a veterinarian, you gotta run your own business, right? You gotta hire and fire people, okay? You have to know how to deal with taxes, payroll, all that stuff.
You gotta deal with people who own animals.
Every animal, every patient has an owner. You still have to deal with people. Huh?
And then you have to put down some animals and tell their owners.
Absolutely. Okay, so the reason, one of the main reasons they're going to interview them, and this is grad school, this is jobs, can be applied anywhere. They want to see how you're going to deal with people. All right? If you can't communicate well, if you can't articulate what you're trying to say, what's wrong with the animal to the owner, it's not going to go well. Okay? So they're going to interview them and figure that out. While you guys are focused on getting degrees, which is great, okay? There's a junior in the Corps that we probably want to murder each other. He got a C in my class last semester. And he sent me an email that said he was focused on his actual academics. Okay? Good thing to think? Good statement? Some of you are like, oh, I get it.
Probably not, because they'll probably run into it being in this building.
Possibly. Okay? But how am I going to take that? What do I think about that?
Probably didn't feel too good.
I thought he was a punk who doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, I understand why he feels that way. I truly do. Okay? He thinks, and I don't even remember his major. Okay? Because last semester sucked with Zoom and synchronous teaching. A lot of people not here. Okay? And then people here and people turning off their video and playing video games and not paying attention. Which was the main reason why some people's grades suffered last semester. They weren't here and they didn't participate. You could be online, but they still were not participating. Okay, and we could tell because when the class would end, I could leave Zoom open and see when people just didn't log out for an hour. They weren't tuned in. Okay, right. So this cadet fires back at me and says, "This is your class is hogwash." Was the quote he used. Okay. Here's the thing, fellas, lady. This is not a have-to class. I mean, you have to be here, right? This is a get-to class. This is an hour out of your week where we're going to work on you, all right? This isn't about becoming an engineer, all right, or veterinarian or meteorologist, okay, or psychiatrist. This is about working on you, which a lot of you don't like doing, which is okay. We're going to do some different platforms so that we kind of figure out how you work best. All right? This is an opportunity to work on you guys, and I hope you take advantage. All right? Because if you don't, then yeah, you'll just sit there and feel like you're captive and this sucks and it's another stupid SOMS class I have to be. All right? That's up to you. All right. Have you heard this quote? Follow your dreams and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Follow your passion. Money will follow. True?
No.
Hell no. It's bullshit. Okay? Now, kind of. Okay? I hope you like what you're doing. But some of you are going to graduate and go work in a job and be like, holy crap, this sucks. I screwed up. I regret everything. I chose the wrong major. It's okay. It's okay. All right? Honestly, your careers will probably change at least 2 or 3 times over the course of your career. You may end up doing entirely different things. Dr. Brown in the Hollingsworth Center is a veterinarian by trade. He's one of our instructors. Okay? And he is phenomenal. All right? That was kind of a big thing when I was going to undergrad. Okay? Just do what you love. Kind of. But you still got to work. All right? What's more truthful? This is a quote. I never took a day off in my 20s. Not one. Anybody know who said that? He's one of the world's wealthiest men.
Jeff Bezos?
Good guess, but it's actually Bill Gates. Never took a day off in his 20s. As he was building Microsoft, he would not relent. Okay, everyone wants to be Bezos, right? Or Elon Musk. Okay, one of the wealthiest dudes ever, right? Those dudes absolutely had to grind to be as successful as they are. Absolutely. Nothing happened by accident. I hate to break it to you. Okay? As much as we'd all love to have the billions, right? Okay? And then you could name a building on campus and remember Dr. Payne. Okay? Here's another one. You'll probably be able to figure this out. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Who said that? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs and Wozniak started Apple. They got humongous and successful, and the board of Apple pushed Steve Jobs out. He was not happy, all right? So then he leaves, he starts Pixar, sells it back to Apple for $1 billion, and they rehire him and he straightens Apple back out. So in his lowest of lows, he came out on top, right? We'll talk about this semester. A lot of cadets have issues dealing with failure, and that's okay, right? Can you develop leadership on the fly?
You can, it probably won't be very good.
100%. You can, it probably won't be very good, all right? How many of you at FOW were just doing shit you saw the year before? Is anybody at FOW? Yeah? Were you just doing stuff that your sophomores did? Pretty much. Just had a mask on, right? A little different. Okay? Did you change a little bit?
Sorry?
Did you change? Did you do things different?
I did things how they taught us FTT rather than
Okay.
same sophomores, you know,
Okay.
talking what they did.
All right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right. You can probably make it up as you go. Is it going to be effective? Maybe. All right. Think about what about Campos, right? Last year, somebody's asking Campos, right? Knife hand in your face, all right? Could you just say, I don't know? Did that go over well? No, probably not going to go over very well, all right? So now you guys have the opportunity to see how you want to handle that, all right? How you want to treat those fish. Yeah. How many of you last year were thinking, I can't wait to be a sophomore? Why? Why?
Chance to lead and influence freshmen who are in the same position I was in last year.
Okay. How many of you, did you guys just want revenge? No?
I kind of just wanted to stop getting shit on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You just didn't want to be a turd anymore, right? Just didn't want to be the little guy in the totem pole getting yelled at all the time, right? A lot of people freshman year were like, man, I can't wait to come in and yell and beat up these fish and all that stuff. Okay? Some of you, that is not your leadership style. All right? And what's more, did any of you have sophomores that were the quiet type? They scare you more than anyone? Some of those people are crazy. Okay? If you got the one that doesn't yell. Navy SEAL training. There's a dude, I blanked on his name. His last name's Kim. He is the first Asian American astronaut, NASA right now. He's a Harvard doctor, graduated Harvard Medical School. He's a former Navy SEAL. So what the hell are you guys doing with your lives? Okay. His father was an alcoholic who used to beat him and his brother and his mom. Okay. Phenomenal story. Highly recommend checking him out and seeing his background. But he was at, when they were going through SEAL school, and during Hell Week, when you have to stay awake for like a week, they get like a 45-minute nap, right? Okay. And it's brutal. It's the worst. It's the worst, hardest training you can imagine, right? And so they get to sleep and everything's good, and they actually feed you well during that week because they want you to keep your calories up because you're burning so many, okay? So they get to take their nap, and their instructors, are always yelling at them and hard on them and stuff like that. He comes in, and he gets down right by his head, and he whispers, "It's time to get wet and sandy." And he says that was the most terrifying moment, all right? Because he wasn't getting yelled at. It was so disarming of how he went about it, okay? So there's all types of leadership. We'll get into that. Can you measure, let me back up. When you listen to a debate, see a debate, a lot of them recently, right? By the way, we will talk about uncomfortable things in this class. We will talk about politics. We'll talk about race. We'll talk about religion. Okay? Try not to talk about COVID because everybody's tired of it. Okay? We will talk about uncomfortable subjects in this class. Right? That's a good opportunity. Take advantage of it. If you watch a debate, who determines who wins? Yeah, the audience. Your guy won, right? Or gal. They won. How could you possibly see the other person won? What's the other side say? No, they won. Right? You see what you want to see. All right? Now, transition that to leadership. Can you measure leadership? Yeah?
Yeah.
How?
By the objectives that get accomplished.
Okay, sure. What else? Does anybody disagree?
That's more transactional. In some cases where
What's transactional?
transactional, I do this for one.
What is? Leadership?
In his case, where it's just based off of objectives.
Okay, accomplishing objectives. Okay.
A leader could tell you to do all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
And he can get the objectives done. So if he treats the employees like crap, then he's a really good leader.
Right, but can you measure that? Can you measure if they're a good or bad leader?
Not objective.
Why?
Why not?
I think you could, depending on your stuff gets done.
Sure you could.
Yeah, why? You guys are right, why?
I mean, the way I would measure it is I would ask the followers, see what kind of a follower they are. If they
Holy
leave,
crap.
If like you take away the money that you're giving them or whatever,
Yeah.
if they would just abandon the leader and go to someone else.
Good. You see that? Okay, so they might suck. And they know they suck, but the job got done. Okay? But their supervisor or the followers are really who hold them accountable. Okay? We'll get into that semester. Good job. You guys are way ahead of last year's class. Okay? To me, my definition, leadership is not about what you have to do. Leadership is about what you choose to do. Okay? We'll unpack that a little bit more as we go through the semester. Who are leaders that you guys look up to? Dad, okay.
Some upperclassmen.
Huh?
Some upperclassmen.
Upperclassmen, okay. Questionable. Just kidding. Kidding. There's some good ones. Cicero?
Cicero, the corps commander.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Man, reaching deep into history there, buddy. He's the only one who knows who Cicero is. Okay. Okay, who else?
That's a really good question that I've had.
Some good professors, okay. Who else? Good.
Reading a book on Jim Mattis, right?
Mattis, which book? Yep, read it. Great book.
One of my freshmen, actually.
One of your fish?
Yeah.
That is rare, but happens. And I always admire when people can admit that. I think a lot of you guys don't want to admit there's some shit hot freshmen out there, aren't there? Right? There's some high achievers. And you're trying to yell at them and make them feel like a turd. You're like, dang it, this is breaking my heart. Or you're like, this really isn't true. This person's outstanding.
It's kind of strange because he's the one that like was always showing attitude and always always getting yelled at. But when you go behind the scenes, he is the most influence over the whole fish class.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah. You guys in general are like raptors testing the fence for weakness all the time. Okay? How can I get by? Have you seen the cheating scandals across the country? Here, okay, Naval Academy, West Point, cheating with what's been going on with online teaching and all that stuff has run rampant. It is a significant problem, all right? And it's bad for everyone involved. But that stuff happens. Good. Who else? Who else do you guys look up to?
Coaches I've had,
Coaches? Okay, cool. What sport?
track and field.
Okay, cool. Who else?
Fish camp counselors.
Fish camp counselor, good, okay. Who else?
Sometimes your peers.
Huh?
Sometimes your peers.
Peers, okay, good. All right.
Pastors at church.
Pastor? Yeah, okay, good. Interesting, almost none of you guys really brought up people from history or current political leaders. It's hard to say that with a straight face. Okay.
I like Dan Crenshaw a lot.
Crenshaw? Yep, good. We'll talk about Crenshaw. Okay. Good. Okay. We're going to work on that stuff this semester. But what I want you to think about with those people that you look up to is, do you look to emulate, copy, or do you look to understand? All right? You may never be like Mattis, all right, General Mattis, but you might learn how he operates. Okay? We're going to get into that, all right? Because there's some people that you like or look up to, peers, whatever, CTOs, okay? You just might like copying them. But that may not be the best practice for you. It might just be understanding what makes them tick, all that good stuff. Okay? I think this is the last quote. Yeah, last quote. And we know who said this. Why is it nobody understands me, yet everybody likes me? Any guesses?
MLK?
Nope. Einstein. When Einstein came up with his theories of relativity, of which there are two, okay, there were maybe a dozen people in the world that can understand it. Now there's maybe 200. Yet he became famous overnight. Everyone liked him. Okay? So much so that he had no political experience whatsoever. Israel asked him to be the president of the country. Why? That's strange, isn't it? Okay? We're going to get into all of those things. All right? Who has the book? You guys are the worst. Okay? It's on the syllabus, right? It should be available on the A&M library. Just make sure, okay? You have to get it. Have to. I don't care if it's a digital version, but you do have to get it, okay? And it's the field book. I think there's 2 actual titles that show up under Discover Your True North. Get the field book. It's on the syllabus. You should be able to find it online. Just make sure you can, okay? We will be actually using the book. You do have to be here. When is the deadline to change from 0 to 1 credit, 0 credit hour?
1700 on Monday.
Yeah, Monday, okay? Questions about what we covered today? Your assignment for this week is to get the book, okay? Next week, we'll get into more of who I am, a couple of the syllabus things, class expectations, assignments, all that good stuff, okay? I don't really do that the first week because rosters keep changing. Sound good?
Would you recommend getting a hard copy or a
Totally up to you, whatever you prefer. If you prefer a hard copy, by all means do. Whatever you work better with. It's pretty inexpensive. Okay? And if you do miss, the reason I record classes, I'll put them on YouTube. I'll send out an email today for the couple that weren't here. If you have an excused absence, you can make it up. All right? If it's unexcused, I don't have to give you the opportunity to make it up. All right? So what I'll typically do is record class, post it on YouTube, and have you guys write up a synopsis. It's more work for you to miss class than to be here. So please be here. Okay? Sound good? All right. Go be awesome. Have a wonderful week.